Dave here, and welcome to another video. Now today I'm going to be looking at the 3 CD box set that is Edward Ball, It's Kind of Lonely Where I Am. Now this was released by Cherry Red Records in the second half of last year, and it's a great CD box set. But before I get into any more further details about that, I just want to say please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also leave any comments in any videos, give them a thumbs up. So without the way, let's get into this. Now, I just want to say, this is Edward Ball, It's Kind of Lonely Where I Am. Now, I don't own any of Edward Ball's 90s stuff, and that's why I bought it, because I do have a few of his songs in my mind that I have on playlists that I've just picked up from other people, like the Mill Hill Self-Hate Club and Love Is Blue. They're the two songs that I can remember off the top of my head, but I didn't have any of his other stuff, so I went and picked this up. And do you know what? I am pleased that I did, because they're using the photographs and the artwork from his Catholic Guilt period around 1997, which is what I tend to know for him from. I don't know any of his earlier stuff, you know, from the 80s or early 90s. That is the point in time I know him from. And at that point in time, it was signed to Creation Records along with Oasis, Boo Radleys, you know, other them sort of bands. So it was in the mix and the shuffle. And I think the title of this, It's Kind of Lonely Where I Am, really reflects that period of time for Edward Ball, because I get where he's coming from. He's on Creation Records, but he's not getting seen. And with the likes of Oasis on the same label, I can understand why. But it happened in the 90s to lots of bands. They was out there getting signed, and there was maybe only releasing one single. If they was lucky, they'd get one album out, but they wouldn't even trouble the charts. They wouldn't even make the top 100. They'd be lucky if they got in 75 to 100. That happened to lots of bands, not just Edward Ball. And I can imagine he was maybe getting frustrated, and it must be lonely making music out there, and you sat there and no one's buying it, no one's listening. It's like you've got a voice and it's not being heard. So I think that's a fitting title for this. But he's made lots of other music, and that is what is on this. It's not just done 90s stuff, which I know him from. He's got bands called O-Level, Teenage Film Stars, The Times, Love Corporation, should I say. All of this, you know. And I have to admit, I didn't know any of his other music, didn't know of any of his other work. But I've listened to the Times on here, I've listened to it all. The Times is what stands out for me. That band, man, how they didn't get any bigger. I really enjoyed listening to that music. I mean, he's got songs on here, Life, Big Painting, you know, he's got Bazes Voles. There's other stuff on here, Whatever Happened to the Thames Beat. That band, really good. Jangly indie guitars. I really enjoyed it, and I think I'm going to go back, definitely look into that time period of Edward Ball and try and pick up some more of their work. But like I've already said, it uses the artwork from his Creation Records period. Here he is sat on a bus. If I open it up, we've got some more here. It's a trifold. Well, it's a trifold thing, opens to the sides. Oh, hold it up here. Some more artwork that was used for his singles and stuff at that period of time. Now it does open up again, and here we've got disc 3 and disc 2. There's nothing behind the discs, it's just like them photograph, what you see in the photo rolls of cameras and stuff. So I like it, it's nice, plain and simple, black. Then here we've got disc 1 and another picture of Edward Ball smiling there at the top. It's great stuff. It's nice and neat, not nice and tidy. I really like it a lot. Now, what's good about this is it also comes with a booklet. Now, this booklet, for me, is what makes this 3D box set, because it's not just a booklet that contains the song listings and everything. It's quite a decent thickness. It's there. When you get into it, starts off with the track listing there, which is just on the back. That is exactly the same. And if you know what, if that's my only niggle about this 3D CD box set, is the track listing and the way it's laid out. Because, like I said, I like his 90s stuff, and I've liked the Times, so I want to get into that, but it's all mixed up, it's not in any cohesive order. Disc 1 goes The Times, Edward Ball, The Times, The Times, Times, Ed Ball, The Times, Ed Ball, The Times, The Times. Then O Level. Then Teenage Film Stars, Teenage Film Stars. Do you know, I would have preferred Disc 1, All the Times. Disc 2, Edward Ball, Ed Ball. Disc 3, the other stuff, Love Corporation, O Level, because there's less of that and there's more of the Times and the next stuff. But it's all jumbled up and it's all messed up. So it's just a pain to listen to, and I don't want to listen to the other songs. When I've made digital copies, I'm going to have to go back and put it in order myself of what I want to listen to and what I don't want to listen to. There was someone's thought it was a good idea. Not me. It wasn't a good idea. But let's not carry on. Here we've got a little bit of a paragraph explaining the box set. It's really good, but then every song in this has got a little story to it. You know, there's stories to every song. And when it was written, if I just go to here, if I start at the front, The Times, Disc 1, Red with Purple Flashes. This is the single version, released in 1981. And here it's written, this is the first lineup of The Times. That's John East, Paul Damien and I, and we decided to make the saddest, most melancholic, contemplative mod pop record ever. It's our most harmonious moment in the span of that threesome and my template through the years of this anthology. Along with the gifted children's painting by numbers, it was the first release on my and Dan Tracy's Wham Records. And that's nearly every song in here. It's got stories, and he talks about other bands on Creation Records like Boo Radley's and other bands he's associated with. Little stories with everything, and it makes all this box set more than just another CD box set, if you know what I mean. I'm just looking through it now. There's other songs in here. It's full of stories. You know, it's really good. Edward Ball, Love Is Blue, my favourite Edward Ball track. Original release, Creation Records, 1997. The Sound of Young Europe, Part 2. The groove is pure latest Motown. And I also did versions of the song with the Teenage Film Stars and the Times. Andy Bell plays the slide riff, Fab Soul Girl Mary Cassidy, Clee Savage, and Alan McGee sing the choruses. Pure class. Did you know that? Alan McGee sang along the chorus with Edward Ball's Love Is Blue. If you didn't know that, you do now. And that's what makes this box set. Not the discs, not the songs, the book and the stories and stuff that comes with it. So yeah, definitely if you're into your 90s music and you remember Edward Ball, go pick this up. It's worth your money. And it's still on the Cherry Red Records website. It's £20.99, which is not a decent price. It is a little bit expensive for 3 CDs. Don't get me wrong, but I think you might be able to pick it up a bit cheaper on the second-hand market if you have a look around. If you go to Discogs right now, not 2 months. If you're watching this video 2 months after I've put it out, it might not be there. But on Discogs right now, you can pick it up for £17.10. So, be it what it is, definitely check out the second-hand market if you want to get this a little bit cheaper. I highly recommend it. So, there we go. Thank you for watching to the end. I greatly appreciate it. So, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you next time.